I found a woman. I actually talked to her last year on Derby Day. She makes her hats every single year. This year she had a peacock theme, and she spent several hours, to say the least, working on it. Take a look. Comes as a surprise to no one. All of the former UK football players that are in town for the game are ecstatic. I don't really worry about it, but I will say if something goes awry today, I will be like, it's Friday the 13th.
Yeah, we can blame. Yeah, we'll blame it on that. Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Lunch or dinner, blackened salmon is a perfect dish to serve up even to your pickiest eater. I did not know that you could sit in a hot tub and improve your heart health. That is something that I'm very excited to learn about today. I have Scott Farmer, the owner of Aurora Pools, here with me to tell us all about the health benefits of sitting in a hot tub. Welcome back, everyone. She's a makeup artist, life coach, and now an author who's just written a book that takes a look at beauty beneath the surface.
Yesterday, a committee passed House Bill 27, which makes any rescue animal in the state of Kentucky the pet of the state.
And it's a 7-year-old boy who's behind that bill. LEX 18's Jacqueline Nie explains.
Meet Ethan Branscombe.
And he said this is a good idea.
Ethan is a 7-year-old boy who has a heart for animals.
Well, Liberty we've had for 10 years.
And it's Ethan who is behind House Bill 27.
I hope that people will be more inclined to get the shelter pets and rescue pets if they're the state pet of Kentucky.
Ethan says his mom helped him write an email to their state representative, Joe Gravis.
I thought it was brilliant because my wife and I have a long history and love of animals.
Both sides of the aisle agree. House Bill 27 passed unanimously in the committee yesterday.
I just had this idea in my head, and all I said is I think people would be more inclined to get shelter pets.
It was here inside this committee room that Ethan spoke to legislators yesterday, and to hear him tell it, he left a lasting impression.
Some of them actually said, we'll be glad when we see you in 40 years up here.
Ethan, being 7 years old and so smart and able to communicate his ideas, is an inspiration to a lot of us, and it kind of makes me feel like maybe we kind of need to listen to 7-year-olds a little more often sometimes.
Give them good homes. Make sure to feed them a lot of water and a lot of food.
A step closer to make rescue animals the state pet of Kentucky. Downtown Versailles is lined with offices, storefronts, coffee shops, and restaurants.
You get the small town feel, but you're so convenient to Lexington and Frankfort and even Louisville.
Emily Riddle, her husband, and another partner own the Amsden building. The couple runs a coffee shop and mercantile shop inside. Riddle says she takes pride in showing Versailles to tourists.
When we bought this building, actually a lot of the stained glass was covered up, the ceilings were low, so we kind of just busted everything out and tried to uncover what we could, and then we try to highlight that as best we can through the design.
The owners say just like what they've done with the Amsden building, they plan on showing off the history of downtown Versailles in their next project. Riddle says they're still finalizing the exact location of the hotel, but she has already started thinking of the designs.
Each room will have its own feel, so the rooms won't be cookie cutter. There'll be about 30 to 40 rooms. We're still kind of trying to finalize how many we can fit, what the layout will be.
A small town feel with the big city taste.
You can never have too many things for people to do, and we want Versailles to become a destination for people to visit, kind of like Franklin is to Nashville. We would like Versailles to be like that to Lexington.
The owners say they're hopeful the boutique hotel will open late next year.
He started a few days ago on the hat, and then we sat down this morning, and it almost took 2 hours to, it's all like stuck on my
I had
head.
to build it on her head.
Yes.
Why these colors?
I wanted to represent New Orleans. So I love Mardi Gras, and this represents my New Orleans. So that's the long and short of it. I like horse racing, so.
All right, how long did it take to make this hat?
It was 25 hours.
Why do you like to match?
I don't know. Just it's fun. We're old. It's fun.
Been married many, many years.
We've been married 40 42 years, and they always say when you're married that long, sometimes you match.
Well, I've been wearing this for now 4 years, and every horse race it's a different blinkers, so that my wife makes, and it's just fun.
It's better than a poncho. I think I'll get less wet. So, I mean, it's pretty much waterproof, so it's all right if it gets a little wet. Rain won't kill it.
This is exactly where the catwalk will be happening. In just a little bit, fans have packed the area. They are so excited to get in the stadium, but we got a behind-the-scenes look a couple days ago. Take a look. Just a few days ago, the stadium, well, it looked totally different.
We had a game on Friday night. They have been working for 72 hours straight to scrub this entire field and repaint for the Citrus Bowl. We've had all these banners been put up since Friday night, so they're working basically 24-hour days straight.
The Florida Citrus sports team says painting the field is the biggest job and the most difficult one that takes detail, precision, 224 gallons of paint, and 15 people.
There's a stencil that's put together when the teams are selected and approved by both teams to make sure we get the proper paint colors to be the appropriate blue for either side. And then it's just a very meticulous process of edging out all those lines and making sure the lettering is exactly precise.
It's a complete flip of the building that takes nearly 100 people to get it done.
We've always had 2 games as long as most of us have been working for Florida Citrus Sports, so that's just part of the nature of you got one down and you move on to the next one without making anybody feel like they're like second fiddle.
Now we go to the locker room, where chrome helmets with the white UK logo line the wall. And I spy Benny's mouthpiece, all in anticipation of kickoff.
But you've got the full whiteout on Penn State side, you've got all the blue on Kentucky side, so there's going to be quite a few colors going on in the building. We'll have a giant flag on the field at pregame, so you get a little red, white, and blue as well. So it'll be hopefully a Chamber of Commerce day and some memories for a lifetime.